Oh, hello, Tim Kimmerow. Yeah, Heather on show. Okay.
Me and Tim.
And I'm here,
Yeah.
but you can't see me yet.
Like the Marines, the few, the faithful, yeah. uh, the brave. Oh boy. Anyway, so let's see. So Lisa will not be with us tonight. She she is going to. She said she's going to a show with the comedian Michael McIntyre.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. A a British comedian. So anyway, uh, hope he's half as funny as I am.
Because English humor is not funny, it's dry.
Yeah, yeah. Well, have to have a taste for it.
Mhm.
I grew up on English humor. I just when I was a kid, I just fascinated with everything British. So so I got my parents to take me to art houses to see British comedies, and then and then I I I went through the TV guide. When we had the TV guide,
Mhm.
and and I'd circle every every British film that was showing like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'd set my alarm so I could wake up and watch it. So anyway, and of course, the classics, Monty Python, they came across later. But but um, anyway, but but it's true that comedy is one of the most perishable of all the uh, I don't know, you call it theatrical, dramatic arts. One of the arts. It doesn't travel well from culture to culture. So anyway,
And time too. Seinfeld used to be funny. Now it's not. I mean, they did horrible things to people.
yeah,
That's why at
yeah,
the end they ended up in jail. They deserve that.
yeah. I know. At the very end, they ended up in jail. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
watch it now. It's not funny.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true too. I mean, so not only by culture, but by
Time.
time. I mean, I used to like Seinfeld a lot, but I'm with you. I mean, now I look back, I go, nah.
The soup Nazi got deported.
Yeah, I did. That's right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
One show that did work out is the Office. First it was a British show,
Uh-huh.
and then they tried to mimic it in
It was
America.
pretty good. Yeah.
I saw the American one first.
Uh,
I thought it was hilarious, and then I started watching the British one. I enjoyed it too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But one of my favorite sitcoms on in Britain is called the IT Crowd.
Oh, the icy crowd?
IT Crowd.
Oh,
The
okay.
computers.
Yeah, there's two guys. They're in
Oh,
the
IT crowd. IT.
IT.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So two guys that work. in a building full of beautiful women, and they're put down in basically the basement because they're the IT guys.
Oh, okay.
But I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Well, I'll check that out. I'll make a note.
Yeah, like I don't know what does IT stand for?
Information technology.
Information technology. Yeah, so
That's where my brother was. That's the
computer
reason I know.
nerds. They're
Oh yeah.
two computer nerds that need help socializing with the ladies. So
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, that's good. That's a
yeah,
good
it's fun.
tip.
You'll like it.
Yeah.
It's not in Gaelic though. Sorry.
Yeah, not in Gaelic. Okay.
Mm.
And Pat's back, but I haven't talked to her for a while. I think she's recuperating.
Yeah, yeah. I got an email from her, I think last week, but she didn't tell me she was back, you know, but anyway, yeah, taking care of her brother. Her brother is doing
She's
poorly.
back now, but she was there for a while.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe next week. Maybe she'll feel better next week. Yeah, I can imagine it took a lot out of her to do that, not just the traveling, but the strain and the stress of taking care of a loved one like that. And it's, but anyway, yeah. So so what do we got? What's about 10 after? So this is my corned beef week.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you make some yesterday?
Uh well, my son did.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah, and he did a great job, I thought. He he cooked it like all day long, like 8 hours.
Yeah, I do it in a crock pot
Yeah,
on low, so it's easy. You can go away and come back.
yeah, yeah. And then marinated it in Guinness beer, which adds a nice flavor to it. And yeah, yeah. So Marshtiol Seachdaine, salted beef. Okay. Something I didn't know. Yeah, yeah. I was looking up the Gaelic for corned beef. The corn does not refer to corn as we
Mm-mm.
know it.
It's the process, yeah.
Yeah, well, it refers to the corns of salt.
Because it's
Like
brine.
using corn in the same way that we might use peppercorns, only they're salt corn. So that's the corning of the beef. So in Gaelic, it's Sgeulachd, salted. So anyway, so that was interesting. Yeah. Uh, so I learned two things. What is called in Gaelic, and then it has nothing to do with corn. No, anyway, but all righty. Well, okay. Yes, giving Dee a couple minutes to show up, but maybe she's not coming either. So anyway, so it's just us. The tour. Tour. Okay. Which do we have that? Do we know what tour means?
Three of us.
Yeah, three of us. Yeah, yeah.
The third, okay.
Three people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because you can't say tree, because that's something else
A
besides.
number.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a number, or it could be, three things or three animals, but not people. The special set of numbers for people. So anyway, all right. Oh.
It's like the slang. Some people say thruple. I don't know. They say a couple and a thruple.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's
or a trio.
Yeah, so I don't know if thruple is slang or if it's an ancient term. It's an obsolete term. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know, but it kind of goes with a couple. Yeah. People also used to say what I think a trice. Okay.
That's from the Bible, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
King James Bible uses that.
Right. Yeah,
A trice?
Uh-huh.
In a trice. So, all right. So, all right. Anyway, all right. Well, let's see what we got. All right. Okay. Oops. Now, where did I go? Okay. Yeah. So you can see my screen, right? Okay.
Yep.
No, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Gale talk. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Bliana ga class fix a coeg. Fix a coeg. Okay. And I'm Pibra. Okay. A Sgeulachd Àrd. Okay. That's sowing, uh, as in spreading the seeds in March, even when it's cold out and the wind is blowing. Okay. Okay. And we'll see how that relates when we get to the proverb. Okay. And all the usual links. And Clàr na Shekinah, Fàilte, Shenach na Shekinah. We're going to do something with the genitive and Sgeulachd na Shekinah. Okay. Okay. And Ataireachd Àrd na Shekinah. And Obair and Notaichean. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Special Fàilte today. Okay. So this is special Fàilte. This is a video and of a song created by a student of mine in another class.
Oh.
And she is in the 8th grade. And which somebody complained that's not fair. She has an unfair advantage over the rest of us. Okay.
'Cause she's young.
Yeah, yeah. Learning Gaelic so young. But anyway, but I particularly liked this and asked her permission if I could show it to my Gaelic classes, my other Gaelic classes, and she gave me permission. So with that, I will Òran Bride Ruskiek by Tanea. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's. And as usual, you might not hear the music, but she'll start singing shortly. Yeah.
Anen Catalas Horstoram, Ans Fischlein, Town am Brecken, Anen Gleike Gendruski, Aro in Horo, Oro in selection. First Moduska, I can kill the boya, like Nahian Ruski, Hara Huvin Ho. Hara Huvin Ho. Stors frakers dan snotan, Jans marke hartan, Shiher varnande dugaran, Agis robin gohisha, An yachtan an rufras, Ans no mengen boya, Stav na kraik in ruska, Hara huvin ho. Nach bim ich hast am Riski. Hara huvin ho.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I thought that was lovely. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Okay, Joar Hun Mahulan.
Where's Ruski? Where is that?
Ruski. I didn't look it up on a map. Somewhere in the Highlands, I assume, but
Oh,
yeah. Uh, Ruski, uh, Scotland. Makaruskik, Òran Rush. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Well, I found Òran Ruskik. Um, uh, okay. Makaruski. Okay. Òran Ruskik. No, it only shows up, okay. Only shows up as oh, okay. Well, it shows up as the song in the Ruskik.
mm.
Okay, let's see. Uh, it only shows up as the song. Okay. Uh, Ruskik. No. Finally, or Brepach. No, that's the. Let's see. Okay. Location in the Scottish Highlands. Well, we could have guessed that. Often referenced in Gaelic tradition as a place for deer hunting.
Uh,
Known in modern context as the inspiration for the Gaelic song. Okay. Uh, Not widely indexed commercial map location, generally known as a highland mountainous or moorland area in Scotland. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, often confused with or distinct from similar sounding places. Okay. All right. Well, no. Um, no, there's no uh no definitive location. So so either extremely local or
A concept.
yeah, an artistic invention. Yeah, about his home. Okay, yeah. So, all right, but yeah, but good question. All right. Anyway, all righty. Okay, so all right, so let's go on. Okay. Shanako na Shekina. Am fair na curse of arsht, havune astover. Okay. Am fair na chur savarsht, havune astover. Okay, so the the person or the man who doesn't sow in March, he will not reap in autumn. Okay. Okay. Now, one of the things to note just in terms of language is in English, this whole phrase, "An fear curse of arsht," uh, can serve as the, I don't know what you call it, the subject of the second clause. In Gaelic, we kind of start all over again. Havun a.
Hmm.
The man who doesn't sow in March, he does not reap in autumn. So in English, we would not repeat the he. We'd say, he who doesn't sow in March, will, like I have in the translation, will not sow in autumn. So this whole front phrase becomes the subject of the verb. In Gaelic, we go back and we repeat the subject. Okay. All right. Anyway, and there's another phrase, "An fear na cúirí lá fuair." Okay. The man who does not sow in a cold day, havun ri che. Okay. Havun e ri che. He will not uh, uh, reap on a hot day. Okay, when it is hot. Okay, all right, okay. And then something to note that the march here doesn't refer to marks on a calendar, because the traditional Gaels did not necessarily uh, keep time, keep the time of the year according to little boxes on a piece of paper. Okay, it was a season, and so whenever the season came, that was March. Okay. Anyway, okay. It was a term for the sowing season more than for any definite period that was referenced on a calendar. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. And grammar nishekana. Okay. The genitive case. Okay. So now uh, uh, we've got a little refresher for the genitive. Okay. Bola kach, a bowl of a cat. Bola a kach, bowl of the cat, the bowl of a cat, the bowl of the cat. And we know how to look it up. Okay. Okay. And now, but the point of the lesson is the masculine genitive singular for the okay, Caun Cach Unyich Doris Mulich Taya. Okay. All right. So that's review. And what I want to do is I want to get down here. And what am I doing now? Okay. Whoops. Now, what did I do? Am I looking at the right one? No. Let's see. What am I doing? Have we covered this before?
I don't think so.
We don't think so? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So I'm confused. I thought we did. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So the genitive case. Okay. So we'll go over the genitive. Okay. So and you can tell what the genitive case up is by looking it up in the dictionary. Some of the more common ones you'll just remember. Okay. Uh, um, and uh, so, like right here, car, the pulling a trick, the genitive is cour. Okay. Yeah. So you'll see in this is Factorbeck, Fiernach, Ginelach. Okay. Cour. Okay. Okay. And so it's masculine, and the Gin or Ginelach is cour. Okay. And then it gives us the plural too. Sometimes you'll have a word like balach, in which the genitive and the plural and the seven there is like an ampersand. It's like the and sign in English.
Mm.
It's both of them are balich, balich, both the genitive and the plural. So sometimes you have a little condensation, condensing there. All right. Okay. All right. Now, sometimes you'll get an English notation, like this is from Colin Mark, and you have something like a noun masculine, the M for masculine. Okay, so dictionaries might vary whether they call it an F or fear, uh, and and if they just give it an English initial, it'll be F for feminine. So so you have to be aware of how they
Mm.
create things. Okay. All right. So, uh, and then right here, the ash, dorash, that's the genitive. That forms the genitive. Okay. And then we have the plurals. And doris has two different forms for the plural, dorash and dorson. I think dorson is the more common. No.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. And and there's, and of course, as we go forward, you'll remember some of these things and you'll be able to recognize patterns, and we'll come back to patterns after a while. But in the meantime, you can look it up or just guess. Okay. Anyway, uh, the thing possessed is followed by the genitive form of the possessor. So unlike in English where you have a cat's head, in Gaelic you have caun catch, a head of a cat. Unyek dorish, a window of a door. Or mulchtea, a roof of a house. Okay? And the head noun, that is the like caun, unyek mulach, does not affect lenition in the genitive noun. Okay, so right here, unyek is feminine, but that doesn't mean that the genitive noun will be lenited, even though unyek is feminine. Okay, all right? Okay. So with the caun akach, caun akach. Okay, so now earlier we studied, the. Okay, so caun akach, the head of the cat, or it could be a head of the cat, or the head of a cat. So the thing to note is that there's only one the per, well, like I say here, only one per customer, only one the per customer. Okay. Um, uh, so count a hatch could mean any one of these because you only have one the in the genitive, what we might call the genitive string. Okay. And as I say, could be a head of the cat, the head of the cat, or the head of a cat. Okay. But, and, and how you translate it into English depends on context. Depends on context, right? Okay. So, uh, so we have to pay attention to is the form of the definite article, the. Okay, because this changes. Okay, when it goes into the genitive, sometimes it changes. So, uncut in the root form. Okay, that would be in the root. Okay, and the genitive, the changes, and it becomes achach. Okay, unchatch would not be would be impossible. Okay, it does not occur. Okay, okay, and just like there's only one the in a genitive string, there's only one genitive noun in the genitive string. Okay, only one genitive noun. So right here, Inya spo kat avalich. Okay, Inya spo kat avalik. The nail of the paw of the cat of the boy. Okay, and so you note we only have one the and only one genitive noun. All the rest are in the root form. Okay, so right here, okay, stron ku nahina. Okay, the nose of the dog of the girl. Okay, okay, the nose of the dog of the girl. It's only one the and only one noun in the genitive. All right, okay. The letters that take the shortened form of the, we've covered this before, the genitive definite article, but just a little reminder. Take okay? C, G, M, B, and P. Okay? A noun that begins with a vowel, uh, it takes a T in the definite form. I mean, like we know that on Òran, right? Okay? It drops the T for the genitive. Okay? On Òran. The song on Òran of the song. Okay? So note that we change the noun into the genitive form and we drop the T. Okay? And we just have a straight on. Okay? An F plus a vowel, lenite and take the definite article on. So if we have amphia, the deer, becomes on a of the deer. Okay, so we cannot have a. Okay, because it's lenited for the genitive, the definite article becomes on. Now you're wondering where that T goes that we took from the vowel noun. Well, it goes to the S, goes to the masculine S. Okay, Ansiger becomes Antaireachd. Okay, so note that we slenderize at the end. This is one of the words we slenderize at the end for the genitive. And we pick up the T at the beginning of the S, of the soldier, Antaireachd. Okay? Okay. And so we have a few examples here. Ort for hammer. Definite noun would be on tort. Genitive would be urst. and definite would be An Ataireachd. Gutturals, crook, a hill, on crook, creek, or a creek. You see, lenited. Gu, voice, on gu, the voice, gua, the genitive, a gua. Thai or T words give us a little break. Okay, in that we don't change the definite article, we don't change the, though the words can change. Okay, so Thai becomes Tea, and Dorn, on Dorn, the fist becomes Durn, and Andurn. Okay. Okay. We have some S words that cannot take a T. Okay, like Skaten. Okay, a herring. Anskaten, Skatine, and Anskatin. Okay. Okay, because you cannot say uh un untouched Scott. I mean, just can't say the TSG sound. Okay, and then you have satchel, satellite, unsatchel, satchel, and untouchel. Right? Okay, and we have our very familiar BFMP, Mother Bakes Fine Pies. Okay, not in order. Okay, what would that be? Mother bakes fine pies. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. And Boranach, am Boranach, Boranich. So note that we have the genitive. Okay. And avoranich. Okay, avoranich. Okay, not am Boranich, but avoranich. Okay. As I said before, fia, amphia, the deer, fay, of a deer, on a, of the deer. Mulach, mulach, the roof, mulich, okay, and avulich, of the roof. Okay. Press, press, the bush or the plant. It could also be a cupboard. Prish, the genitive, of a bush, a frisch, of the bush. Okay, all right, okay, all right, and so we have some others. Now you can't say these words. So sloch, antruich, antriva, okay, antrek. Okay, so note that the T in front of an SN takes on an kind of an R sound on trek. Okay, on trek. Okay, similar to crook, CNOC. Okay, and on throne, on throne. Okay, on throne of the nose. Right. Okay, and I just make a little note of impossible forms, so you can't have antigaten, antmal, antaputa, antutuik. Okay, you can't have those. Okay, so those are S words that don't take a T in front of them. Okay, okay, so just a reminder, only one word in the genitive string. Okay. Okay, and only one article in the genitive phrase, and that's the last article. Doesn't matter how the intention is to translate it into English, there's only one article, okay? And it's the article that is a the in front of the last noun, right? Okay, and it's that last noun which is in the genitive. So here I have some examples. Kat avalich, the cat of the boy. Spog cat avalich. Okay. These are not in the genitive. Those are root forms. Spog cat avalich. Okay. The paw of the cat of the boy. If you said the paw of the cat, it'd be spog a cat. Or inya spog cat avalich. The nail of the paw of the cat of the boy. Okay. Or even da inya spog cat avalik, the color of the nail of the cat of the boy. Okay. Only balich is in the genitive, and is the only definite article, the only the in that string. Right. Okay. Okay. So now for the feminine noun, Morantain dohian na Gaelic. Okay, many thanks to the gods of Gaelic, because the feminine singular genitive is relatively simple. Not in its form, not in the form that the noun takes, but at least in the the. So the singular definite article, that is the, is all for the genitive feminine, I should say, the singular. The singular genitive feminine noun is always na. Okay, so so we don't have any of the flipping back and forth like for the masculine nouns. Okay, so unik, unica, nahunica. Ocean, the corner, oceana would be the genitive, nahoshna. Okay, kirk, the genitive would be kirka, be nakirka, of the chickens. Loch, a duck, locha, na locha. Sul, the genitive would be sula, and it would be the of the eye would be nasula. Spoke, spoika, naspoika. Okay, so the for the feminine noun, the, even though we do change, we go into a genitive form for the noun, the article is always na. Okay. Okay. So, and earlier, much earlier than this, we talked about ways that we can tell whether or we could guess intelligently whether a noun was feminine or masculine. Okay. All right. So the genitive plural can take two forms. Okay. The indefinite genitive plural, or where possible, it's lenited. Okay, so Ecclesian of or of churches would be Ecclesian of churches. Luch, the root plural would be luich, of X would be luich. Okay. Marican, of mothers, would be varican. So it's lenited if possible. Government, let's go. So you notice these first two can't be lenited. But if they can be, it's lenited. Okay. The indefinite. A tie-in would be the root plural, hyen. Or gaskik would be the root plural, gaskik. And so no matter what the ending of the word is in the indefinite, it's lenited if possible, and you just use the root plural, lenited. Okay? The definite gender plural, the definite of the X. Okay. So for the plural, it's always either none or num. The is always either none or num. Okay. And we tell whether it follows the mother bakes fine pies rule or not. If it does, then we use num, like nambatican, of the boats. namarican, of the mothers. If not, I'll bold that. If not, then we use the definite article of the, none. Okay? None. Non-colican, non-tyan. Okay? None. And we do not lenite. In neither case do we lenite. Okay? All right. Now, what about the form of the genitive noun itself? Here's where it gets a little tricky. So first, the easy part, if the root plural ends with an an or ean, if it pluralizes by adding these, um, uh, the root plural is used as the genitive plural. So what I mean is bata, the root plural is batican, and of the boats would be nambatican. Colic, colican is the root plural, non-colican. Okay, so notice we're using for the genitive plural, we're using the an plural. Okay, maher, maracan, nam maracan, of the mothers, tai, tyan, nantayan, of the houses. And so in each one of these cases, because it ends with an an, okay, uh, we use the root plural. This is the root plural. It gets a little complicated when the noun pluralizes in some other way, very often by slenderizing. Then the root singular is used. So, balach, the root plural is balich, and it'd be nam balach. We go to the singular. Boranach, root is boranich. Well, then we go nam boranach. The root plural of fair is fear. So of the men would be nam fair. Foxes, shinich, non shinach. Gale, plural would be gale, non gale. Okay. Ushka, no change at all. So it'd be non ushka, of the waters. Okay. Non ushka, no change at all. Okay. Gaskach, the plural is gaskich, heroes, and of the would be, whoops, non-gaskich, non-gaskich, okay, of the heroes, okay, singular, okay, okay. And if the noun doesn't change at all, and I have a couple of those up here, kill would be non-kill, crow, non-crow of the cattle, clown, non-clown of the children, okay, all right, okay. Okay. And um, some of these are mass nouns that already refer to a number of items, so kind of hybrids between singular and plural. Where an example might be, well, here we have clown. You might see a clown, the children, not nach clown. Okay. And nakloina. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? Is that totally confusing? Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's um, it's very a lot of rules. A lot of ins and outs. It's toncha, twisted, convoluted. Okay. But as we work with it, it'll become more apparent. So let's take a look at some of the exercises. And I provide you with exercises for you to work through it. And it's through working through the exercises that you'll start to get the hang of it more. Okay. And and then also, I think for me and for many people, it might be the same for you. One of the ways to remember something like this is not just remembering the rule, and so when you encounter the case and you go, well, let's say singular, singular, definite, feminine, but you remember an example. Okay, so So, Boranach, Boranich, Nam, Nam, Namboranich, Namboranach. Okay, yeah. So you remember the example, it's and everything else that kind of fits that category, uh, uh, fits the model. So so what car, okay. Plural would be caracan, so plural would be non-caracan, okay, because it takes an en ending, okay. So whatever specific example sticks in your brain sometimes becomes a good way to remember the rule. Okay, so you can. Oh, okay. So I say non-cotticant. So I'd say Namblaren. Of the brothers. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. So let's take a look at a couple other things here. We'll take a look at a couple of the exercises. And we have some of the uh, uh, some of the words that we're dealing with here, and so. Okay, so we want to make it genitive indefinite. Okay, so how do we say head of a cat?
We get to look at it.
Oh, oh, you have to guess. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Do we get to look at it? Okay, that's funny. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Uh, head head of a cat. What would that be?
Can cut.
Count cat.
Koch. Yeah, count Koch. Okay. Okay. A window of a door.
Unig Doris.
Yeah, Dory.
Yeah, Unik Dorish.
Dorish.
Dorish. Yeah. Yeah. So of a door. And remember the I before the S most often or always gives us the sh sound. Okay. As opposed to Doris, which is pronounced what? Well, uh, uh, Dorus. Okay.
Is it Dorish or Dorish?
Dorash.
No,
Okay.
the
Yeah. Door.
Dorais is ish or ish?
Yeah, no, not ish,
It's
but
it.
ish.
Okay.
Ish. Yeah. Dorash. Dorash. Like Dorash. Like right here. Okay. Dorash. Okay.
Okay.
Gives us the SH sound. Okay. All right. Okay. A roof of a house.
Mulach Tai.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mulach Teya.
Oh, Taya.
Yeah. 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 Tai does a little tricky thing. It adds the E and then changes the pronunciation. Okay. So, all right.
It must have
Uh,
been a typo up top.
yeah. 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 Um, voice of a boy. A voice of a boy.
Ubalik.
Yeah. Very good. Gu Bali. Gu Bali. Okay. And so different from the Dorish, the ICH, we do get the I
Ish.
sound, the E.
Ish.
Yeah, E. Yeah.
Ish.
Gu
Okay.
Bali. Gu Bali. All right. Okay. Gleva. And you have some others to work on. So what would be the head of the cat?
Kiauna cat.
Hutch.
Yeah. Town Akach. Very good. Town Akach. The window of the door.
Unik
Unig and Doris.
Dory.
Unyek
On Dory.
Andorich. Yeah,
Yes.
very good. Okay. The roof of the house.
Mulukantaya.
Yeah, Mulek Antea. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Antea. Yeah. And then note that these would be the same even if it were roof of the house, a roof of the house, or the roof of a house. It would still be Mulikantea. Okay, it would still follow the same form. And so keep in mind that the English translation might vary a little bit. Okay. And if you're trying to figure out what a phrase like this means in English, you have to be a little flexible with uh, with uh, understanding the English meaning. Okay, one more. Hill of the house.
Crocantaya?
Yeah, very good. Crocentea. Okay, Crocentea. Okay, okay. And I know that this is difficult right here, because for so long we've said tie. And so here we're encountering something that looks almost the same, but we have a slight shift in pronunciation. But anyway, all right, okay. All right, so anyway, so the correct form of the. So of the cat would be ankat, achach, anchach, or amchach.
A hatch.
Achach. Very good. Yeah. B. Achach. Okay. Of the hill. On creek, a creek, on creek, on treek.
A hook. The second
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's easy for you to say, huh?
I know.
Okay. Okay. Of the voice. Agua, angua, agua, antua.
Hua. The first one. Ahua.
The first one, yeah. Agua. Very good.
Ahua.
Okay. Of the house. Ahaya, antaya, antataya. Okay. Amhaya.
I think it's on Taya.
Antaya.
Yeah, very good.
Or Taya, sorry.
Antaya,
The
very
middle
good.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
B.
Yeah. Well, you see, I said it wrong. Okay. Antaya.
Been
All
around
right.
this too.
Very good. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So here we want to find the um the error. So where's the error in the count on catch?
The on part. It should
Very
be
good. Yeah, the
It's
on.
a hatch.
Catch. Yeah. Or where's the error in unyach agorish?
It's on Dorish.
Yeah, on Dorish. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I think you can remember the general rule that yeah, I'm just making this up now. But I think you never have an an A apostrophe and a D or a T. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's always un. All right. Okay. So Mulach Ahaya, Tea, yeah, Hea, yeah, Mulach Ahaya.
Does it mean on?
on Taya.
Antea. Yeah. So actually, two mistakes there. Antea. Okay. Spoke Anchach.
Spoke a hat.
But ahat.
Achach. Yeah, very good. Okay. Gleva. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So, all right, we'll do a couple of these, give you an idea of what we want. The cat of the boy.
Had a wallet?
Yeah,
Not a Walish.
yeah. Cat, yeah. Cat avali. Cat avali. Yeah. Okay. The cat of the boy. All right. Okay. And how about the paw of the cat of the boy?
Cut up volley.
Yeah. Spog
Cut
cat
Spoke
avali.
at a Walish.
Yeah. Spog cat avali. Okay. All right. So now we're building this, right? We're building the string. So the nail of the paw of the cat of the boy.
Inya spoke cat a Walish.
Enya spog cat avali. Very good. Yeah, and that would be one L in Bali. Bali, yeah, one L. Okay. And okay, one more. The color of the nail of the paw of the cat of the boy. Do you remember color? Would be
Dot.
da,
Inya
Spoke cut a volley.
yeah, spog,
spoke
uh,
at a
cat,
Walish.
avali. Yeah, very good. Very good. Yeah. All right, Gleba. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, so here we have some of the and we have an answer key. All right. Okay. Gleba. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. And it goes on and on and on. Okay. Yeah. Something
Wow.
to keep you busy and out of trouble this next week. Okay. Oh, answer key more. Okay. Okay. Sgeulachd na Shekinah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
uh, uh, we have a choice. Okay. So I couldn't decide. So I thought I'd throw it open. So we could take a look at, now you might have seen this before, you might remember it. I have a presentation on walking, kind of a historical presentation, or we have a Gaelic story. What would you like?
The
And
Uh,
Gaelic story? I don't know.
you want the Gaelic story?
What
Okay.
does what does Heather want?
What do you want, Heather? What would you like?
yeah, the Gaelic story.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll do that. Let me call it up. Check us. Because you guys might have already seen
The walking thing.
yeah, my presentation on walking. Okay. So oh, though I have learned one new thing.
Because we're repeat students.
What what's that?
No.
Yeah. Uh now the okay. Okay, so I'll just mention this, that the one source says that the name for walking, which of course is Waulking,
Right.
uh, isn't a mispronunciation of the Gaelic, luag. It's that the Englishman who came up with the term, sometimes, traditional times, the 1800s, 1700s, the people who were doing the walking would do it with their feet as well as their hands.
Wow.
And so the story is that he came upon them doing it with their feet. Okay, because the hands and the arms get tired, and so then they say, "Oh, let's do it with our feet now." But he saw them doing it with the feet, and then he said, "Oh, well, they're walking the wool." Okay, so anyway, so
Oh.
yeah, so that's one story. Okay, all right. Anyway, all right. So
They would need something flat to do it on.
yeah. Well, there's some pictures, some old drawings of of uh, of um, uh, of uh, of people sitting on the ground with a board
Uh-huh.
between them. Okay, so that was common too. I mean, to either sit or kneel on the ground and do the walking, because they might not have a table, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
so they put the board down on the ground, and so they do it there. All right, okay. So here's our story: Cachavel McNeish Beck. Cachavel McNeish Beck. Okay, so where is wee McNessie? Okay, McNeish Beck. Okay, all right, okay.
Shouldn't it be Nick? Because Nessie is a girl, right? Wouldn't it be a daughter?
Um,
Nick Nessie.
y- um, well, yes, you're right. I would think of Nessie as female as well, but they are saying that Nessie is
A,
masculine.
a boy.
A boy.
Boy, yeah. So it's a boy, uh, Nessie. Okay, yeah. But I'd agree with you. It should be Nick
Nick
Niche
Nessie.
Beck.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Nick Niche.
Anyway, Nick Niche Vec. So that's what it should be. Okay. So anyway, but
But the lore is that Nessie is a girl monster.
Uh-huh.
what? I'm sorry.
Is the lore saying that Nessie is a girl?
Yeah.
They don't really know though.
Yeah. Well, the author is saying that wee McNessie is a boy.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Though I would cast, and I'd agree with you that I think of Nessie as being a girl. So anyway, but we'll see. Okay. Nicknessi. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so here we have the where are we? Okay.
Agreeing.
Yeah, okay. So here we have um the okay. So you see you have the Gaelic, and they try to give you a pronunciation guide, and then they give you the English. All right? Okay. So uh you can glance down at the English if you want, okay? Um, but we'll start off with Ha Agriana Jailrach Erloch Nish. Agriana Jailrach.
In a jail rock.
Jailrach Erloch Nish.
Erloch nish.
Osje an Ushka.
S.J. Anuska.
Okay, after the rain. Okay, clever. Okay.
Susie.
Ha Susie.
Susie.
Fergus.
Vegas.
Dolak.
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 A Cluich.
A Klug.
A Kachavel McNish.
Catchville Magnisbeck.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Susie Fergus is Dolak Cluich, Kachavel McNish Beck. All right. Okay. All right. Shao
Wow.
Shell.
Hirsch Dolak.
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 Agus a Gerickerich.
Agus.
Gerard.
Gerickerich. Okay. Yeah.
Gary.
Very often you'll see that as Gerican. A Gerican.
Oh.
Okay. Hi Falach an Sakastro.
And Pollock and the Taisto.
I Falach an Sakastro. I Falach. He is hiding. Okay. Hi Falach an Sakastro. So here to answer our question, they are casting Nessie as a boy. Hi a Falach. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Chaniele.
Yale.
No, he isn't. Chaniele.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. His friends are looking for him. Okay.
Fish.
Akamsa.
Akamsa.
Hurst Fergus.
Hurst Fergus.
Yes.
Is a grackle.
The girl.
Growl.
A grackle.
A
Grackle.
grackle.
A grackle. Croaking. A
Oh,
grackle.
grackle.
Yeah. Fis Akamsa. I know. Fergus said croaking. Okay. Literally right here it says he croaks, but it's he said and croaking.
He croaks.
Yeah. And he croaked. Yeah. Hi Falach Huis.
Whois.
Alec.
Go ahead, yeah.
Whois.
Whois.
Huis Ounce of Groove Show.
Proves.
That's a groove show.
Yeah. He is hiding up in this tree. Okay. Huis. Okay. So Huis, I'll just make a little note, is a a stationary location. You go Suis, but you are Huis.
Mm.
You know, so and one way to remember it is if you're here, you know, wherever here is, it's Huis, H for here. Okay, not going somewhere, but just here, Huis.
Mm.
All right, okay. All right, okay. Okay. Chaniele.
Ole.
Chaniele, okay. No, he's not. No, he isn't. Okay. Shine.
Today.
Susie.
Her Susie.
Susie
Okay.
Salmon.
Her Susie.
Shine, her Susie.
Shine.
There he is. Shin, there is he. And then there's no verb in here. It's just understood. It's contracted. Okay. Shine. There he is. Hi, Falach Erku Nakrekishin.
Hi.
Erku Nakrekishin. Okay. He's hiding behind that rock. Erkul Nakrecha. Okay, so now Erkul is a preposition, And like most prepositions that are two-word prepositions, it takes the genitive. So that's why it's na creka. Okay, that's the genitive of crek. Okay, of the rock. It's of the rock. He is in the behind of the rock, something like that. Okay. Right. Okay. And so there
Oh,
we
you see, she's looking at that little green thing saying there.
yeah, he's looking there. You see if that's Nessie. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Daniele.
Anyway,
No, he isn't. Okay, I guess it's a balloon. It's a green balloon.
Litter.
someone made one that looked like him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Hanyo skill,
Honey
Hanya
skill,
skill.
ekakarachin,
a
Er
carchin,
ermiknish beck.
and Magnesbic.
Nishbeck.
Uh-huh. Ermiknish beck. Okay. Um, uh, it says can't find him. Literally is there's not a sign. Well, no, I don't like the Gaelic. And there isn't a sign of the friends uh, uh, on McNeish Beck. Okay, so anyway, yeah. And you'll skill air McNeish Beck. Okay, okay, so isn't a sign. So skill very often means story, but sometimes it
Yeah.
can mean something like a sign of something.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And your skill out, wasn't a sign. Okay, okay, okay. Avele Akeli,
Valley Kaylee.
Akeli,
Ailey air
yeah, Anti Morak,
Yeah, Auntie
More
Morak.
on an Loch Morer.
I can
on
lock
and
more.
water.
Shmunyach Iet.
Munich.
Shmunyach Iet.
Yeah.
Is he visiting Akeli, air on, or, visiting with Aunt Morak in Loch Morer, they thought. Okay. Is he visiting his Aunt Morak? Haniele.
Hanyale.
Okay. Matan Anju.
Mutton on Jew.
Yeah, today or
Just now.
yeah, this
Oh,
morning.
no, this
Yeah,
morning.
yeah. Morning to literally morning today. Okay, this morning. Va Mechnish Beck.
Niche.
Manisbeck.
Arui Asjay.
Aruya.
Arrange.
Boa Frosh.
Boa fro.
Fos.
Bora Roche. I'm sorry, Bora Roche.
Oh, Bora
Uh,
Roche.
Shias Loch Nish. Gu Ellen
Fish.
Sheerisht.
Loch Nish.
Gu
Gu.
Ellen Sheerisht.
Chirish.
Uh-huh. Va Matin Beck Arui running after or chasing Asjay. After, okay. Boa Roche.
Bora
Bora
Roche.
Roche.
Yeah, rainbow, almost literally a rainbow. Okay.
Bow of rain.
Bow of rain. Yeah. Shias. So here we
She
go.
is.
It's directional. Okay. Okay. It's not hias, which would be it would be in one location, but he is moving, so it's
Moving
shias.
towards
Loch Nish go Ellen Sheerer. So moving down Loch Ness go Ellen Sheerers to the Sheerest Island. Okay. Okay, to Cherry Island. Cherry, yeah. I thought that's what it said. I'm not familiar with the Cherry Island, but anyway. Okay. Agus high on Shin Hast.
August.
It's a hand house.
Kinhast.
And he's still there. Nawain Kato.
No
The
Wayne.
Wayne Carter.
Fast asleep. Okay. Literally in his deep sleep. Nawain Kato. Yeah, in his
Wayne is the deep.
yeah, Wayne is like a deep sleep, a slumbering, like a
Wayne
slumbering sleep. Okay, Wayne Hato. Okay, there you go. All right, okay, and anyway, all right, there he is, Kochville, Nessie.
Oh, he really is there.
Yeah, we found him. Okay, all right, okay, play ball. All right. Okay. All righty. Okay. All right. So that's kind of fun. Okay. All right. So Òran. Okay. An Ataireachd Àrd. Okay. And this poem won the first mod after the Second World War. Okay, first mod after the Second World War, and Donald McVicker, known as Dol Ian Rui. Okay, a redheaded, Donald, son of Ian Rui, son of redheaded John. Okay. And as many Gaels did, sang a song of nostalgia of Cianalis, okay, for his homeland. So, an Ataireachd Àrd, the high swelling of the sea. Okay, all right. So, an Ataireachd Bhuan,
Good afternoon.
Clúin Fuim na Ataireachd Àrd.
Good for my Àrd.
Okay, hear the sound of the high swelling. The tall waves. Is Toran a Clúin, a Toran a Clúin, the roar of the
The other
sea.
thing.
Okay. Marchulas Lumsa Namfasht.
Who is in Linsa Namfash?
Okay. As it was heard by me when I was Namfastia, in my child. Okay. Gunvuach Guntruas. Okay. A Slusrik Ganavik Natrag. Okay. Uh, okay. Without change, without pity, uh, shoveling sand of the shore of the trog of the try. Okay. Genitive for try. Okay. An Ataireachd Bhuan, Clúin Fuim, na Ataireachd Àrd. Okay. Listen to the high swelling of the sea. Okay. Ach shuli mi ut, I will depart from you.
Monsieur.
Hach luas mi tulik not gal. I'll not move
Agrees me to
anymore.
is not now.
Okay, I will not move anymore. Okay, to meet you. Okay, not gal. Hamush ismonuag. Okay,
News is me.
my age and my appearance. Snuag, appearance. Torsh Louis Ergirich Mola.
Lose to get his
We are
more.
Mola. Tell the story of on the shortness of my days. He's getting old, right? Girot Mala, Sanam Govi Swainch. Okay, of the time that should be a Sanam Go for me to be wrapped Swaincha. Fuch an Katel Avash. Okay, fuchs on Katel Avash. In the coldness and the sleep on Katel Avash. And here we have the genitive, right? Avash,
Mm-hmm.
of death. Okay. Well, Yapi Gensuus.
Fucking shoes.
Okay. My bed, uh, little dash there. Make up. Refuim Nahatrik Arched. Okay, behind the sound of the sea, or against, or amongst the sound of the sea. All right. Okay. So, all right. So, yeah. So he wants to return to where he was, Nathastia, in his youth, in his childhood. Okay. All right. Okay. So, a very well-known poem, known as a poem, but here we have a recording of it being sung. All right. So let's take a look at it. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, I always like to check. Okay, all right, so let's go back an inch. And okay. There we go. All right, An Ataireachd Àrd. Okay. All right. Well, there we go. Okay. Figure out where that's. Okay. We had the automatic play on. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, any questions?
I think Timacatl.
Yes. The Wayne Chattel. Yeah. Deep in his slumbering sleep. Okay.
You're on mute, Tim.
Yeah, in the Wayne Chattel. Yeah, like wee McNessie. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
And unmute too.
Okay. There we go. All righty. Okay. Anyway, all right. Well, that's about it for tonight.
Tapalev.
Okay. Tapaleva Hula Dunya.
Cheery.
Heather, Tapalet,
Hey,
Tim.
Rasta.
Okay. And I hecken. Okay. Aikba.
I can
And my very cheery.